Did you know that there's a different way to invest in real estate? Well, there is. I'm Cassidy. This is the NuSun Network, and I am here today in Puerto Banús with Andrei Pospai, who is Investor Relations Leader for MetaWealth. So, Andrei, tell me about who you are, your background, and what brought you to MetaWealth.
I'm Andrei. I'm 35. I'm from Romania. And the background that I have is that most of the time I can do anything. But I've been involved in the finance banking and also automotive industry and also in the real estate environment in the last part of my career. So basically what brings me to the MetaWealth phenomenon, let's say, is the real estate environment.
We previously had Michael, the Managing Director of MetaWealth, on here in a recent podcast, and he was going into the details of tokenization of real estate and what that means. But for those that missed that podcast, can you recap on that, please?
Definitely. For those who lost the Michael podcast, I really strongly recommend to see it because he explained very, very well everything. However, tokenization industry, it's an ecosystem that basically facilitate multiple industries as an investment. What that means, this tokenization industry basically brings technology combined with multiple industries in order to break some barriers that, for example, real estate market is facing right now. High barrier. In order to invest, you need a high barrier right now. For example, if you want to invest in a prime location, in a good city, and also to have a ROI, a decent ROI, you need minimum 200K, right? With tokenization, basically what we do, we break this barrier to even $100 because that's what we are doing. That's the main focus of our application, to democratize investment in general, not only real estate. The real estate is just the beginning because it's the safest environment possible.
And it's good. I remember when we spoke to Michael, he mentioned that $100, so normally, as you say, 200,000 minimum. You've got to deal with all the lawyers and all of this other stuff. But actually, with MetaWealth, you've got all of that under an app. Right, you put $100 in, or you can put $100,000 in. It doesn't really matter. All the contracts are there. It's on the blockchain, and everything else.
Everything is good, and basically this is the tokenization main core of the business idea. In order to, for example, as we spoke before, to lower the barrier, because on the market right now, more than 72% of the people who wants to invest in real estate, they face 4 big challenges. High barrier, and we lower it down to $100 in MetaWealth. They face the problem with the time consuming effort and everything they need to invest, except finance, right? But you need a lot of time to have to take care of the property management. We have a complete department that manage all the assets and all the properties and everything. Then the third very, very important part that we in MetaWealth bring into tokenization industry is that we have a complete department that is doing due diligence, because this is also a big important thing. If you go on the street right now and you scream that you have 2 million euro, I'm 100% sure that everybody has the best thing ever. But you need some lawyers, you need some people who actually needs to check proper everything. So here's where MetaWealth brings a solution for this. And the last but not the least, also the fact that most of the people, they don't know how to invest. So here we also have a solution, because we have a complete department who manage the real estate investments, and who basically they go search assets, and it's a 6 months process before we choose an asset.
Wow, so you do all that due diligence up front?
Everything.
And assess everything?
Everything. And ultra important, especially in real estate, because you know very, very well, the transparency. In our application, you are able to see everything. I actually spoke to the founders and I say, it's too much actually. They say, no, we need to bring everything on the table. So this is why we're unique. because we bring the documentation, the original documentation between us and the developers. You can see the white paper, you can see everything is super transparent.
Yeah, I must admit, I've been onto the app, and I've put my own money into it. And I just found it so easy to use.
Yes.
You can see the different projects there. You can click on the project. It tells you everything about the project, the developers, the income, just everything that you would expect to see. But also it talks about the contracts on the blockchain, the security that you get there.
Exactly.
And everything. And also just to pay the money. It's really simple. I thought just like a bank transfer.
Yes.
Easy. You don't have to get lawyers. You don't have to put any escrow accounts and all this stuff. It goes into your own digital wallet that you own, right?
Exactly. So
and you can monitor it as well.
The opportunity right now we are bringing to the market is that you can invest from fiat to wallet, or directly wallet to wallet. Like we believe very, very much into our mission, and our mission is to everybody to be able to invest from everywhere, anywhere. This is the core of our job, actually.
And it's interesting because another podcast I've spoke about maybe, we're getting people from Dubai starting to come over to here in Marbella. We're getting people from the US, etc.
Yeah.
But they're normally the countries that have got money to be able to buy luxury properties here.
Right.
But actually, because you're only buying a partial bit of a property.
Yes.
I would imagine you can do that from anywhere in the world where you've got a Wi-Fi connection or a 3G or a 4G connection.
That's the pure beauty of tokenization. That's the pure beauty of blockchain technology. Because right now, when you speak with people, and I can tell you because I'm part of the team that actually face all the questions and all the objections of the very conservative people, and we figure a way how to explain this in a very simple way. What we're bringing to the table is that we are using the technology in order to facilitate your time. Because if you want to invest now, you will have to spend minimum 3 to 6 months. You go in a place, you have to check the place, you have to check the documentation, then you need to organize some meetings with lawyers and with people who are owning the property. You need to understand everything. You don't need this anymore. For a good ROI, very good ROI annually, like 20% above, because this is our main focus to bring to our investors. A good ROI annually and safe investments. This is the biggest priority for us. And in order to do this in a safe way and in a very, very secure way, you need to spend 4 to 6 months minimum. With MetaWealth, you basically just go, check, and that's it.
It's quickly, isn't it? I mean, it was just a matter of uploading it, select the project. Buying a token, and then that's it. And then I get regular updates about the progress of the project. Also, I see other investors, I don't know their name, but it will tell you people have put this amount in, and you'll be able to see the progress of the fully funding. And it's quite nice to watch that as well. So
this is where transparency comes.
You feel like part of a community.
That's exactly what we're looking for. Transparency, and also very, very... we are focusing a lot right now into bringing something that the market challenge. For example, right now, as you mentioned, we have also the barrier, like the green line, how much they invest, where we are. So you can check in real time, how much my token produce every month, how much, everything is there, everything. So no more time consuming to speak with 10 people. Hey, what's about my investment? How it is? Let me get a report. Let me check.
It tells you everything.
You have everything there.
And you see it. And it's funny because I remember when Michael was explaining it as well, because a lot of people they hear about tokens and they hear about blockchain. And then they immediately think about crypto and the fact that crypto can go up and down very, very quickly. And they're thinking, well, is that the same thing? But actually it's not, right? You're not you're only buying a stable coin like USDC.
Yes.
Which is equivalent to the dollar.
Yes.
Right, and that's been tried and tested for ages now. So we know that that works. So all you're doing is buying that, and then with that you're getting a token. And the token is like, it's not like a crypto token that can go up and down.
Exactly.
It's a contract. You know, it's like a contract you're buying, which just goes onto the blockchain.
Exactly. Basically, what you are buying right now is the right of the profit generated by your investments.
Yeah.
Right? This is very, very important because, as you mentioned, and I'm really, really happy you bring this on the table, because a lot of people, when they hear blockchain the first time, they never did any, they didn't have any thing to do with the Web3 environment.
Yeah.
So us as a team, especially my department and our department, where we have to be in the first line between the investor and MetaWealth, the biggest challenge we had is to educate.
Yeah.
Because if you speak, as mentioned now before, if you speak with somebody and tell them blockchain, immediately their mind is going to go into the bad players in the market.
Yes.
And it's nothing to blame there, because let's be honest, there have been many people who didn't have good intention with this environment.
Yeah.
And especially with the technology. But what we need to understand is that what we are doing in MetaWealth, we are using this technology in order to effectively breaking the barrier of the time, barrier of the entrance, and also breaking the barrier of the fees, traditional fees.
Yeah.
You have to pay the notary, you have to pay the lawyer, you have to pay a lot of stuff.
Yes.
With our application, no more needed, because we already have this. So that's why we're using blockchain technology, because there've been people who said, we love what you're doing, but why you're using blockchain for this?
Yeah, it's where we can store the contracts. It makes it really, everyone, it's transparent.
Exactly.
Everyone can see it.
Exactly. Yes.
I think that's really important.
Yes.
And I've explained this to people because, people have seen my podcast.
Yes.
And they ask me about it. But I find it easy to explain now.
Yes. It's much more, the way I say it, and this is what brings me here in MetaWealth. As mentioned before, I'm in real estate for more than 6 years already in Romania, and I've been covering the premium and luxury real estate.
Yep.
And with my own company. And now when I figure out the last 1.5 years, when Michael came and explained to me what is MetaWealth, it was like this.
Yeah.
Because we have the perfect triangle. We have the real estate, which I was part of it. We have the finance and we have technology. This is a triangle that when I heard this, I said, man, I need to be in the middle.
I need to be there.
I need to be there. I'm missing
what am I doing here? I should be
I'm
there.
missing something here because I'm covering the real estate part.
Yeah.
The finance, let's say, but what about technology? Technology always brings something new on the table, so I need to be in the middle.
And I think that is the thing that does, it does cause a lot of headache through the traditional route of buying property. Obviously, you get the property, but it's the whole thing with all the contracts, the lawyers.
Yes.
There's always some issue, but there's always something that comes out, But that, you guys, it takes it away.
Yes.
And the blockchain technology, people don't need to worry about that. That's just the thing that makes it happen. And it's all in the back end of the app.
Exactly.
As well.
Yeah.
So you're not really having to worry about blockchain. Is it you just put your money in like you would with anything really on it online now. Apps are really, everyone understands apps.
Yes.
It's just like that. You buy a token, you get the contract, and then you see your money increasing. And it's simple.
Yes, for people who've been involved in the in investments in general, it's much more easy to explain this. But right now we are trying to educate, and when we try to educate, very, very well, because I'm watching your LinkedIn profile for more than 7 months already, and before I came here, because I'm here for almost 4 months.
Yeah.
And to me, I really have to be humble, and also I appreciate a lot your invitation, because I was 7 months home I was in Bucharest with MetaWealth, of course.
Yeah.
And I was watching your LinkedIn profile and also some of your movies. And to be honest, I was thinking when I will be there, you know. And today we are here. So
we're here, we're doing it.
I'm so grateful and so appreciate this opportunity. I'm really excited to be here.
Good. I'm excited to have you on as well, because I loved exploring it with Michael, but it's good to be able to evolve the conversation now. I've learned stuff, but now my understanding is higher, so I want to ask more questions now.
I'm here, I'm ready.
So I remember as well, so when we spoke to Michael, he mentioned about some of the projects that were happening that you had the opportunity to invest in. One of them was in Benalmádena. In the Costa del Sol, which is near here.
Right.
And at that time, the funding was open for that, but I think that's ended now.
It's ended already there are 3 assets already after, so we finished that. In MetaWealth, we started in Romania. We started, with some assets in Romania, and right now we're not only international, we're multi-international.
Okay.
I'm going to explain why. Because for us, there were some steps. We are a startup, and it was very, very important for us to go through these steps. The first time we start in Romania with 3 assets, from asset number 1, asset number 2, and number 3, they were all in Romania. Asset number 4, all of them, they are closed. Asset number 4, it was in Benalmádena. It's called Mane Residence, and it's raised already. Everything is done. The next asset, it was Vivace Luxury Villas, which is done already. It's in Estepona here.
Estepona, lovely place.
This is the step when we already become international.
Yeah.
We're not only local, we're international. And now we already finished the asset number 6, which was again in Romania from the biggest developer in Romania there. We managed to finish that asset as well. And now asset number 7, it's in Greece.
In Greece, okay.
Yes, so that's why we're multi-international. This is a big step for us.
So this is the one that's live right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Into the app, right now we have asset number 7. It's in Greece.
In Athens?
Athens.
Wow. I knew about the one in Benalmádena was finished. I never knew the one in Estepona, so that one's completed. Also, in terms of the raising the finance.
Yes, the raise is done, the reservation was paid, everything is done. Now we're waiting for the block to be done, and then of course to deliver the ROI to the investors.
Right, okay. So just in terms of that process then, I mean, Michael covered on it briefly before, but so the funding's been done for it. So people would have put their money in, they would have been told what that investment would produce them.
Yes.
So what are they now doing? They've invested it. What is now happening? Let's just use Estepona as an example.
Right.
So what is happening with that project right now, and when will the people get paid back?
They are already paid.
Right. So
and it's not even finished.
Fantastic. Okay.
Right. How is that possible? This is because, you know, our company is co-founded by 3 guys, which is very, very important. One is Michael Topolinsky, who is the father of our managing director and leader, which is Michael Topolinsky IV. He's involved in real estate for more than 28 years. And right now they're in building in Romania projects for more than 1.5 billion in development.
Okay.
This is the real estate part. The second part, the second co-founder is Darren Carvalho, which was one of the most youngest VPs in Goldman Sachs, New York. He came with some ideas very, very interesting when it comes to the financing, and also with this part, which I'm gonna explain. And the third one is Amar Adavi, who is the third co-founder, and he comes from multiple startups. He was selling them at early stages. And this is the triangle that brings me here in MetaWealth, yeah? So they were thinking like this, and I was surprised because coming from real estate, when I heard this, I said, wow, this is, you know, right now if you go to a developer or if you go to make an investment, right? For a project that is on the pre-construction level, you're gonna put your money down, the reservation, and then you're gonna start to pay. But in order to obtain something, you have to do two things. One, to flip it before it's ready, or second, to wait. The project is done, 2 years or 2.5 or 1.5, and then to start to furnish it and to find clients and whatever. So we were thinking like this, okay, so we have this challenge in the real estate market. What can we bring on the table that actually will make people to say this is a unique thing? Right now in Athens, for example, I'm going to give you the latest example, like Athens, so you can understand very, very easy.
Yeah, please do.
It's available for all the assets behind. We have 31% ROI estimated in 1.5 years, which is 18 months.
Wow.
So it's more than 20% a year. But 31% is divided by 20% offered at the end in 1.5 years. So when the asset is done, but 3% is divided by each month for a period of 18 months.
Okay.
Right? So the moment the raise is done, you already start to produce money from those 3% divided by 18 months. So you already see something. And which is very, very interesting, because right now we have some investors that they invest in the previous assets, and their only bonus, not the biggest part, only the bonuses right now, they produce money so they can reinvest in new assets.
Okay.
This is something incredible. Like, this is 100% pure passive income.
You're right. Normally, you invest in a property, you only make money at the end, right?
Or if you flip it.
Maybe or if you flip it just before it, right? But you're not getting a passive type income.
Exactly.
That you experience, and you said every month.
Every month after the raise is done. For example, one raise takes 90 days.
Yeah.
And it has three stages. The VIP pre-sale, which is limited to an amount. Then we go into the early birds stage, where is limited as well for a certain amount, and then the public sale. What's important to understand is that we have this buffer of 90 days, but in this period, for example, right now with the asset from the Greece, we can see a game changing already, because imagine we already launched it like 12 days ago.
Yep.
And we already raised 35% of it only in pre-sale.
Wow.
So what's important for us to understand, and what we are actually seeing from asset to asset, people are getting more confident.
Yeah.
There is a thing that changed a lot the perspective of raising, and I can tell you for sure, one is the location, second is the interest of the people, and third is the certainty that we offer already.
Yeah.
Because in this asset, we can see investors from the first 3 assets that they invest small amounts, and now we're at asset number 7.
Start to ramp up.
So it's not a guess. Are they gonna make it? It's already something.
Yeah.
They're there, and I missed something. So I need to be part of it.
Obviously, I have the app, so I start to see little messages coming up to say a VIP has put in.
Yes.
And at the start, I was seeing a lot of 10,000s when I first got the app, but now I'm starting to see 100,000.
You will see even bigger amounts.
I'm starting to see those numbers, 150,000. I'm starting to see those numbers, and I think that is to do with, you've proven that it works.
Yes.
You've got assets there that have generated income, and as you say, people have started with you and are continuing to invest. But just sticking to the Athens one. So, as I was saying, use the other one before, but actually just stick with Athens. So, the 3%, they're getting that. They'll get that. They will get that paid monthly.
Yes.
Every month. When will that start?
Immediately after the asset is done. For example, today we finish. We close the asset because we raised everything.
Yeah.
It's just an example. Today we finish it. Tomorrow we distribute the tokens to everybody, so everybody can have the pure ownership of their investment.
Got you.
But this is happening the moment they start to invest, and they put, for example, you buy today $100, right? you have to sign a PPL agreement online. And right now we got an extra security. So you can reserve your tokens.
Okay.
So you can sign it even classic way. You just sign it, we sign it, and we have an agreement.
Okay, just sign it on digitally on the app.
You can do it. You already do it. You cannot buy tokens without signing.
Yeah.
An agreement between us as MetaWealth and yourself.
Yeah.
That's an extra security. And also for this asset, we figure something interesting that we are offering a reservation procedure for the guys who wants to invest, and they will commit for VIP pre-sale, for example, or for the early bird, or even public. But if they want to have a super security, they need to sign it by hand, send it to us, we sign it, and we have something.
Okay.
So it's not only a paper sign online and everybody forgets about it. No, it's more than that.
Got you. Okay.
But what's very, very interesting for this stage is that we can see investors from the first assets coming with bigger amounts now.
Yeah,
Because they already saw the investment they made, even though it's not ready. The biggest amount was not delivered yet, but they see the small bonus that we offer.
Yeah.
They already see it's working. So
obviously they're getting a 3%, which is great. So they're seeing the income coming in straight away. They're not having to wait. But what about the rest of I can't remember the percentage you said in Athens.
At the end.
So the extra 28 on the Athens one in 1.5 years' time.
Yes.
So what happens? Do they get that all paid back to them?
Everything.
Straight away, 28% back in.
When the 18 months is done, as a period, they already have it in their wallets.
Yeah.
And from there is their decision if they want to put it back in their bank account or they want to reinvest it.
Yeah.
And this is a very, very interesting topic because a lot of people ask us, why don't you do it automatically? Like, for example, you invest, let's say, 10K, 10,000 euro. And from the moment that Athens is ready, you already start to produce from those 3%, right?
Yeah.
If we send it directly to your account in bank, you need to put it back in order to reinvest, and you lose some fees.
Yeah.
So it's strictly your decision at the end of the month if you want to take it out or to reinvest. So we offer a very, very flexible part because, all of us from all the environments, we sat at the same table and we bring the troubles and the challenges that the markets are facing now. If you have a lot of income, even small, into your bank account now, you will have to declare every month. So it's going to be a pain for you.
Exactly.
It's your decision. When you take the money out into your bank account, you can talk with your accountant or you can go and put the paper at the fiscal authority.
Yep.
Look, I have the money. I took the money and so on,
It's interesting. And just so, I don't really know too much about the Athens project.
Yes.
Can you talk about what it is? I mean, what actually is this asset?
It's a very, very good asset. One, the position, in real estate, we are people from real estate, so we understand very well that location is the most important thing. And I can tell you that it's in the heart of Athens. You can see Acropolis from there, actually. It's very, very interesting. And that's not the biggest thing. The biggest thing is that it's in the street where it's 24/7 tourism. So we choose an asset that offers 12 serviced apartment.
12, okay.
Yes. And it's going to be a super luxury project. Right now, and this is the best thing, right now it's already built. So it has to be renovated.
Right, okay. So the structure's there.
The structure is there. They just need to remake it.
So I know that the ones before, they were getting built and then they would sell them, I think. Yeah.
Yes, some of them. But
this one sounds different.
Yes, it's different. Most probably for this one, we have multiple options.
Okay.
For example, we can find an investor who wants to buy all of them.
Okay.
Or we can re-put them into the app, and who wants to be part of the renting part, we are re-put them into the app, and they are gonna have the ownership full for the rents every month. And this goes into the next thing, because we have some news, very interesting news, and very, very important news. Since Michael came here, we progress a lot.
Okay.
And, I'm in the environment, I'm in the company that if I come here next week, I'm going to tell you we progress a lot, because a lot of things happen from week to week. I can tell you that we are very happy to announce the fact that we already have the first investors who already make the exit.
Okay, awesome.
Because we launched the marketplace. So the marketplace, what means? The first asset that was launched last year, right? Mm-hmm. Who invested there for a rental asset, they already sold some tokens into the market.
Ah, okay.
Right? So who invested here in the first asset, now they already made the exit. Because a lot of questions, I had a lot of questions. Again, I'm the first guy you meet and speak when it comes to MetaWealth. And me and my colleagues from our department. So a lot of questions. Okay, I understand your concept. I understand your product. It's very nice. Do you have somebody who made the exit until now?
Yeah.
Check now.
Yes, now you have.
What about now? Because now I have it. So this was also a super step for us. It's a very, very important step, and we are very proud. This is something that we needed really, really much.
Yeah, but it was always going to happen, right? It was just a matter of time, because the things have still got to be built. You've got to start from somewhere.
Yes.
They're still seeing a little bit of income, but now you're getting to the point where the projects themselves are mature. Yes. So it's not about your maturity in MetaWealth, it's just about the natural build of a project, right?
I understand.
Because it's real world assets. It's not like it's these fake things or crypto, all this rubbish. It's real proper buildings, structures getting built.
I understand that, but imagine there are people who are super skeptical, and it's normal to be like that.
Of course.
If I don't know an environment, definitely I will do my research. Definitely I will check even who built this building.
Yeah, you do your due diligence, obviously.
It's really, really understandable, and it's a very, very new market.
Yeah.
And this is why we're so proud, because as a technology company, we've been already evaluated for 50 million. Chris, 50 million for a technology company. If you heard this from a different company environment, like, I don't know, mall or retail or whatever, it's normal, it's natural. But a technology company in 1 year, 50 million.
That's fantastic.
We're very, very close, and you make me talk now, because I don't want to give you everything. But
no, it's been really helpful, and I've got a good understanding of this project and our audience as well. But just in terms of, you've mentioned about the obviously the interest that you can get in this investment is fantastic, and better than what you'll get in a lot of. With a lot less risk, I would say, a lot less work you have to do to get it, which I think is really helpful. But also I like the fact that you're getting the 3%, you're getting that money up front during it. But if you get any maybe examples of people that have maybe, and anyone that stood out that has maybe invested in any stories they've got to tell, or anyone that's really stood out to you to making this leap to use MetaWealth?
I have the perfect example. I start to work with MetaWealth with an investor that he's in the high school.
Wow.
We had this normal talk. What's MetaWealth? What we're doing? How we are doing? He's very interested in the real estate market. One point he said that he wants to become a real estate advisor.
Okay.
And definitely it was a thing, because for me, talking with real estate people is so easy. And he said, Andrei, I cannot afford to put more than $100 every month. Yeah. And I said, it's perfect. So we made the calculations, we made everything on the paper. The moment he finished the university, because he already finished the high school, the moment he will finish the university, he will start with a minimum 35,000 only by saving his money.
For $100 or €100 a month.
If he comes with different amounts, we talk about different.
Yeah.
At the moment he will finish, he will have some.
Wow.
It's very interesting, because.
So it'll be coming out of university with money. That's
I would like to have this start, like I would like to have this.
Normally a student comes out with debt,
yeah,
but he'll actually come out with some money.
So for me, it's like I wish I would have this opportunity when I was younger. Definitely, I finished the university with different numbers, but not on plus, on minus.
And that's normal. So, that's a normal route, isn't it?
I would really like to have that. And why we're saying that, we are also educating the market, and not only the market, but also we have a program that one of our top investors access it. He basically sent his kids to our team, and we educate them how we do it, what we do.
Oh, sure.
They understand very, very well the process that we have to do in order to launch an asset. So they understand, they basically spend 2 weeks with our team. So they could understand how the financial works, how the real estate investment works, the technology works, and how to operate a business like this. Because they were part of some of our meetings. So
okay.
They, what this man did, and I'm really, really happy he did it. He basically offered an education to his kids from a very, very fragile age.
Yeah.
And I am telling you, what they saw there, it's a different level. Because I wish I would have that, but
it's stuff you don't get taught in school.
The thing is, they did it when it was the break of the school. So 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Instead of going in summer, of course they went in summer.
Yeah, they still
but those 2 weeks for them, it was major.
Of course it is, and I think it would change our perspective.
Yes.
Because they don't teach you about investing.
Exactly.
All they teach you about is spending, right, or being a consumer, or working, being a worker and always want to work for someone, but not to actually be an investor. And how to operate money, how real estate works, and the technology side works. And I think that's really important. So that's a really good story.
What he did also, I'm gonna tell you this.
Okay.
What he did also, he opened 4 accounts for all 4 kids, and he actually educated them by this. Why? Because the kids have the opportunity, after he agreed, because they need a mature person signature. They have the opportunity to take the money out or to reinvest.
Right, okay.
So they have the opportunity to see how their first initial investment produce more money.
Okay.
This is something really, really interesting. Because imagine, I don't know how you were at the age of 15 or 20, but if I had this opportunity, I was like, I will not spend even a penny today. I promise you.
I would see a new pair of trainers maybe or something.
Yes, so we offer also this kind of programs for our top VIPs. We are educating the market not only in real estate. We like to believe, and we know we are an ecosystem that is basically addressing to the generational wealth.
Yeah, and I think that's really important. What I like about the app is it shows you what your money can be worth.
Yes.
At the end of it. So I think when you mentioned about they've got, if they want, they can take it out, or they can reinvest. And sometimes if you've not got an app or got something, it's very difficult to make that calculation or to be visible in your mind. So you might just take the money. But when you can actually see it and you can look at it and compare and contrast, then you're probably going to make the right investment decision. And I think that's what that app really helps with.
What's gonna happen in the next future, very near future, all of our investors, they are gonna be able to make a clear decision if they want to invest in pre-construction assets, which definitely is gonna provide you a bigger ROI in a shorter time. as automated exit, okay? Or you're gonna invest in rental. So you have a lower income, very stable income, very lower.
Through rental, yeah.
For more time.
So you've got the option to reinvest into that, or actually probably reinvest into another asset, or have a mix of both.
Yes, and very, very soon, you make me talk. This is something that we're working right now, and this is actually the game changer, and we believe this is gonna be the paid off of the hard work all of these years. We are gonna launch a token, OEM token.
Okay.
Which is gonna be addressed to the Web3 environment, and not only to the Web3 environment, but also we are gonna focus a lot. The next asset is gonna be in London, and I'm talking about less than 1 month from today.
God, I'll need to get you on every single time that I do this then to keep giving us updates, because
that's what I'm saying. If I come here next week, I'm gonna see you. Look. Also, what we bring on the table today, as since Michael came here, we launched an investment analyzer, which basically you basically bring your wallet inside the app, and the wallet it's able to tell you, okay, you have too much real estate, you have too much Web3 like crypto, you have too much stock or whatever.
Okay.
The analyzer is gonna take it very, very simple, each ecosystem that you are involved in, and it can give you some incentive, like, okay, we suggest you should adjust here, we suggest this is very interesting.
Wow, yeah, because you're right. I mean, some people just, they put their eggs in one basket.
Yes.
But actually, it's good to spread it about a little bit. Obviously, you've got to trust the things you're doing.
Definitely.
But that sounds really insightful.
That's why our engineers are really.
Wow.
I have to say thanks to the whole team, and definitely to everybody involved in our project, because, you know, us as salespeople or as presenter, as everything, people can see our work.
Yeah.
But nobody can see the guys from the back.
Yeah, the guys that are doing all the running.
Yes. So with this occasion, I would like to say a huge thanks to our legal department.
Yeah.
Which those guys are non-stop, which they do a really good job. To our engineers in the back of the app, and the marketing as well. And not in the last time to us.
Yeah, of course. No, I mean, listen, I could talk to you all day, but I think it's a fascinating subject. Yes. But what I will do is, I will give a link to the app, to our audience, so they can go on, they can check it out. Definitely. And they can ask any questions of me, or I can maybe put your information on there.
What we are working now, and I can tell you that the marketing department is really working very, very hard now, is to create an ambassading system.
Okay.
Like, for example, as I mentioned you before, I'm trying a lot to implement something which, for example, you will benefit if you will come from Chris, you will benefit of something.
Okay.
Right. So it's very, very important, because that's how people can see, okay, I am talking with Chris, I trust him. It's not the matter of trust, but what benefit brings me if I come from Chris.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that. But
so I will have my unique thing that any of my viewers, if they want to do it, they come from me and they get an extra bonus.
Definitely.
As well. Awesome.
I'm working on that. I'm working on that. I'm there to work on it, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to.
I'm looking forward to sharing that. But listen, Andrei, it's been a pleasure. Thank you again.
Thank you.
I will see you. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.